Compliments on the city commission, this is my comments.
That's wonderful. This still mention to a joy. Yeah. Ms. Holt. Okay.
Okay, right. I move to approve them.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Doctor of the minute. Public comment. This is if you want to say something.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. I just wanted to suggest or nominate, or I'm not sure really what the right word is, but for January, Dr. Barreto, who is Oscar Barreto, he's a podiatrist in Miami Lakes. If you want to have him as a speaker, he is willing to come here, provide lunch and do the speaking. And I asked him because since remember when Dr. Quintero came, the cardiologist, I would like to propose that he come in February as well. Because he stayed around, he answered questions, they provided a nice lunch and he was the last one to leave. And since I told, I've become very good friends with Dr. Barreto, we're working on a few projects together. I said to him, the only thing I request of you is when you're there, I want you to be the last one to leave. And he said, Patty, absolutely. So if you want, yeah, and then, so those two doctors for January, February, who are terrific. And the third,
Pardon
The name?
Castillo is, Dr. Castillo is a cardiologist?
no, Dr. Pedro Martinez Clark and Dr. Oscar Quintero is the cardiologist. And Dr. Quintero came and everybody loved him. He had a really good reception. And he's the one that stayed so great. He was the last one. Yeah, he did a really good part. Yeah, we provided him with his lunch. So
He's the one, the foot doctor, he's the one next to Fit,
I think so.
right next to Fit.
I think so, yeah. I don't know. He has because there's over here in a nice building, like 6-7 floors.
Oh, no, Fit is the small one, right next to.
You're
the
thinking of
rest-
Dr., who I think you're thinking of is Dr. Marin,
Oh,
Louis Marin, who's also a very good doctor too. Actually, I was just visiting him.
Fitter.
But
Next, right next. to
Doc-
Yeah, so.
yeah, Dr. Oscar Barreto said that he's more than willing to come in January and be the lecture.
And when you become a member of the Welfare Committee?
When they vote me, I don't know, but the
You have
process.
to
yeah.
state her name for the record, by the way. She didn't state her name.
Oh, I'm sorry, Patty Villa.
Sorry.
So, the message that I sent you with the town clerk's office, so anything in terms of between now and the time you get sworn in, the process is with them.
Okay,
But, just as a refresher, you need to be appointed and then you need to be sworn in. So once you're appointed, they'll let you know, hey, you've been appointed by whatever council member, please come in and they'll set up an appointment time with you.
okay.
But in terms of appointments, it's the council members, it's whoever has an open position.
Mhm.
Just so you guys all know, they're always made aware when there's any new application submitted.
She
So
did her
it's really up to them
application.
to appoint them,
You did
but-
your application.
But if any of you want to reach out personally to council members, that's up to you guys as well.
Thank
And you
you.
can do that as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do it. Perfect. And then the last thing is that I'm working on a project with the Adrian R. Center. There's a Galatia that's coming on December 29th and 30th, and they're offering seniors 35% off. So I can send you all the information and, if you want to come to the show, I will give everyone the code. And you can have it and have 35% off.
What show is it?
It's called Holiday Season with Ballet Stars. And they're bringing the top ballerinas of the world and the top dancers of the world to that show. Yeah,
And where
it's-
is this taking place?
At the Adrian R. Center, December 29th and 30th. So if you go on the website, that's promo code, and she's doing promo codes only for seniors and students. So that's what I have.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions? No? Okay, what? Treasurer's report.
We have, I don't have my glasses, I can read it. I know it's not a real figure because things are fluid. 25,931.40.
25,000.
931.40. But there's always things flowing.
It's Sarah. So Sarah has just entered the room. The last, senior, the last senior social, which was.
Right here, senior social.
So we got the agenda. We just had it last week. No, I know. I don't know if any funds had. We've actually spent 4,300.
No, that's what we actually have. We spend more.
There should, I
There we-
printed exactly 10, so somebody has an extra.
No,
I don't know what to tell you, but. They went exactly last.
No.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Somebody has an extra. I'll put it up here.
Have you got an extra agenda? Today.
Can you add to agenda?
Have you got an extra agenda for Saturday? Only one?
That's fine, I can get it later. Yeah. I'll put it up here for you as well.
I'll bring my police.
You need it more because you're taking them.
Yeah.
No,
here, I'll share with her.
Okay.
We share,
Now you got two.
We're not-
done.
we play nice. Okay, wait,
Yeah, we spend really like 6,000 or 8, because we had 12,
we had 12,
and now actually we have 4. No,
is that how much money we spent?
available budget, we have 6.
Right, so we,
Whole year?
Yeah.
wait. I swear they have the weirdest titles on these
Yeah.
things. Actual means
What'd you spend?
what we spent, so we just spent 4,000, I'm just trying to figure this out on
4,300.
300 on,
This was 2 things.
On meet and eat,
I mean,
on all your bundles
right.
from October, November, yeah, October, November, December so far. That's how much I spent on the things. We're all on page 7, by the way.
oh, I was looking at the one below that, okay. We spent on meeting and we have a total left of 7,000.
7,500, yeah, for now,
That has to cover us through next year,
through the end of the fiscal year, which
Right.
would be end of September.
September. So we have 9 months, 10 months.
Yeah, but remember, we get money too,
I know,
so.
but
This is our last big social, the
no,
Christmas.
wait, we're
We're
talking about
bingos.
Oh, the bingos,
the bingos.
yeah, we're doing 2 a month, I think,
Yeah, we could cut down to 1 if we needed to.
towards the end, we need to, and it'll depend on the sponsorship. If you like that.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
All I wanna ask also too is, I already have somebody that's gonna give us $500. She already spoke to her, okay? She's a realtor. I know there's a combination, there's a realtor, a title company.
Oh,
and
Matt.
they- Yeah, they're gonna get together.
Peggy, that's right.
Right, they got together, they want to sponsor for us. Then
Okay.
we also have Miguel from the Vocero. He probably got somebody for the following week. The only thing I want to ask is we have to work together. Because sometimes I told my sponsor $500. And they would talk 200 or 300 and.
No, we have to stick
We
with
have to
whatever we
stick-
voted.
we
on.
have-
There's a sponsorship package. So
Right.
the sponsorship package should be followed. We should all be on the same page.
But we don't want anything like 200 if
No,
possible.
no,
No.
sponsorship package,
I
we
don't know
voted
who's
on it.
telling them whether, yeah, the
Oh.
sponsorship package is a sponsorship
Mhm.
package.
Right.
Okay.
I
And
think
I'm
they were
happy-
looking at last. year,
90% of the
because
time I
last-
told her $500. That's
At
why I've
least,
always been
yeah.
doing it for 10
But that's what the
years.
sponsorship package started at 500.
I'm gonna look it up again.
Because the non-for-profits are less.
Or 150.
Right. But we took a vote as to the amount that they have to
That
pay.
we were upping it, because it was 300.
It was 300 and I thought we went up to 500.
So part of the one is to talk to the people, and like these people, they want to just,
500.
can give it 10 minutes and they can talk.
What they should, and I'll remind you guys,
Hey,
Please.
No, she's asking one, I'm sorry.
right,
I'm wondering.
Did you
how
want to
it's
speak
ordered.
in the public comment?
no,
Oh, I'm fine.
he's just saying what. he
Yeah,
wants to
I'm
be
just
on the
observing.
committee.
Okay, that's
So
okay.
behave.
Okay.
so I'll remind you guys that whenever you have a sponsor confirmed, please have them fill out the sponsorship requirement. Because like that, we're all on the same page, they know what they're agreeing to. And I'm happy to resend it to you guys with the bingo dates once we talk about that.
Right, because that is $500 unless they're
Yeah.
not for, yes, unless they're not for profit.
Let me double check what it is.
The non-profits, what do you think? Is it non-profits? 300, right? No, 300. Can I give more if they want, or?
Yeah,
I got to pay $100.
They just
They
can't
can
do
get
that.
lists.
No,
And
$500.
I'll remind you that we do in kinds too, so it's been the case before where somebody will maybe give only 100 or will not give anything and then covers the lunch, which actually
Right.
benefits you guys in a better way.
That's good too.
That's considered,
Yeah, the value
Over
over the
500,
500.
yeah. but they can't inflate it. In other words, they can't say, 15 balloons and that was $500. You know what I'm saying? No, not if they're like balloons from for dollars. No, you don't have to be, like, there's some people,
And then,
not, we have not had that situation, fortunately. But
and the ideas you have with the restaurants will be nice, because Rufino now will withdraw, wants to sponsor another event next year. So instead of give us money, he'll give us a lunch.
Right.
So it'll be nice, there's more money. Right.
Raise your hands.
Eh, he was the one that, that it was served.
No, that's not, that was very good, it's out. That's out.
Okay, that
No,
because I was,
I don't
that
have to call
was.
anymore, I already told him. Me, I have no thought, no, but
Good,
I told him straight,
That was very
and not
good.
only that, I said, you lose it,
I forgot who.
I just had a big event, and I told him, 350 people, I told him, I'm sorry, I canceled, I was gonna do it with him, I said,
They can't
I gave it to
forget
Rufino. So, no, we can't do that. The rice was like, to put blocks on it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it-
Wow.
yeah, it was not-
No, I told it, oh, I said, I'm sorry.
Well, we had that really cold
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. It was
Well, that
cold.
was different, that's another one.
Maria, did you have raise your hand? No, I did, oh, I thought I seen you raise your hand.
He gave
No,
us
I
excuse that, he thought that we was gonna deliver it to the people, and the people would put it on the microwave, I said, that's no excuse. No.
He knows that we do it every year, we've done it.
He's been doing it before, he did it
So
again.
got this all straightened out now?
Well, we have to then,
Yes, I think we can.
I think, we have to calculate how much our budget is for our next event, for the Christmas social. What is our maximum budget?
Oh, I would suggest through the chair that you guys take care of that under that set.
Okay.
Right under the different items.
Oh, cool, all right, we'll go down.
We got $500 tonight.
How much from the chair?
All right, comments from the chair. The problem I'm seeing and having, which I'd like to go back, is sign up. Is becoming difficult. And I think Claricel wanted we all come through the town. I think we need to go back to that. Because people will come up and they play it. I called. It's not on the list. I was at the town. I was on the phone, you don't know how long, and nobody picked up. I mean, and then they come to me and want me, and I'm saying it's getting to be a bigger and bigger problem. I think I'd like to make a motion to give all the reservations back to the town. This way, there's not me, that's not them, and it's making it more easy. Because right now, the problem is, when we sign them up, it goes the line throughout the door down the aisle. So we're holding that, all that paper, some people are trying to get in, these people are waiting to sign up. I thought it was gonna help, but it's being more of a hindrance than it will help. So I'd like to make a motion that all of the reservations come to the town.
Second,
All in favor? Oh, this,
So to be clear, when you say through the town, they have to go through Eventbrite
Or call.
and then right, or the town, call
or
it.
the town?
Which, just so you know, are currently an option.
Yeah,
So you guys are just agreeing to not do that list at the
right.
Yeah.
on-site.
Yes. Okay, under old business. Bingo, November the 8th. Any comments on that? It was good bingo, you know, I mean, we didn't have too many problems with the exception of the reservations. That was the only one. And some of them, you can just tell when they're saying something to you, you know, they're not telling you the truth. Well, you don't know, I signed up for this and I don't understand why my name is not on that list. And
No, but there was, I think that there were some people, there was a consistent story. And they weren't behind each other to hear the story. In other words, a person came in and said, I spoke to Betty, she told me they lost the list, I told her, she signed me up. How am I not on the list? 15 minutes later, that person wasn't even in the building, came and said, I talked to Betty, she told me they lost the list. I mean, it was the exact same story, and I heard it, and I'm not exaggerating, 5 times.
Well, because that story is correct. The list was lost.
I believe it, but then the people weren't registered.
Because when the list was lost, the agreement was made that we're not gonna worry about it, we're not gonna stress them. We have enough space, so they're gonna be let in anyway, which ends up happening because you guys end up always, I mean, up until the last one, you guys always have more.
We always have.
Maybe now we
But
need to
they-
update that.
Now
But
we
they
have-
were upset that they weren't on this, and we had to deal with people that were upset. How dare they not? I mean, one woman I have
And
to
you
tell
know
you,
what? And most
she
of those-
would not leave my side. She is like, I am not leaving here.
And you know
I'm like,
what?
you can-
Nobody in there.
Because she had signed up a friend. And she was on the list, but her friend was not.
She was never there before. I heard that conversation. That was her first time being there.
She was on the list.
I don't know about her friend, maybe she didn't.
When she spoke to Betty, she put, according to her, she put both people on the list. And only
We're
one
not
got
gonna figure out all the,
No.
everything tonight. If done, it's on, we'll just move on and it'll be better with one spot going that way. Yes, ma'am.
Are we talking about the November 8th bingo or are we talking about the December 6th bingo?
November the eighth.
But what you're talking about happened
Yeah.
December 6th.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All
it's
right.
just to
Because
draft
I don't want to
bingo.
get, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all in a row.
Okay.
One.
Because we have that on the agenda, bingo December 6th under new business, that's why.
Okay, the Thanksgiving social was good except for the food. Everybody seemed to have a good time. Most of them brought their lunches home. I watched them as they were going out the doors. But they all got into the dancing and the singing and
Yeah.
whatever you call it, monitor he was good. I mean, he was, and some of them up there dancing and doing everything. It was fun. It was really fun. The dementia Alzheimer canceled due to rain, and we don't know how many seniors have asked me when they're gonna bring it back. They want to have it back. So is there any way you can contact them and set them up for another one? Because it was gonna be a good one. I mean, I think it was gonna be a full house for this one.
So I'll remind you guys that this is the one that's put on by Mount Sinai. And Mount Sinai is already scheduled per the direction of EAC last meeting, I believe. You guys, we confirmed that they were gonna continue for 2024, so they are scheduled to come back.
Okay, I think let them know. We don't know the date yet, but it will.
No, we do know the date. It's January 18th, Thursday, January 18th.
I'm really happy with that.
What I can do is, I'm sorry,
Sorry.
Raise your hand.
What's the date that you just?
January 18th.
Mhm.
What we can do is just tell them that they want the same topic, because normally they change it. So that's what I can let her know.
Yeah.
What group is that?
The outside.
The Alzheimer's. A lot of them are concerned, the difference between the Alzheimer's and the dementia and how that works and how that, we'll have a full house for that one. The next discussion to take EAC meetings back to the morning schedule. Were you able to find anything? for
Yeah,
us?
so second Wednesday or the third Monday the first Wednesday of the month is available at 8:30 AM, which I believe is when you guys used to meet.
Yeah, yes.
My sister made two of those things for Christmas to raffle. I told her to stop doing those things.
Let me do it.
She already made 10, remember the centerpieces? Oh my God, she
But
said,
it helps her. And she loves to do it. Let her do
I
it.
know, but it's a nuisance.
doing
it.
I don't
understand.
Okay, well, wait, let's go back to what's starting to say. We got off track here. Are we moving?
And we need to have a vote on moving the.
We have to have a
meeting back.
motion.
Motion.
Okay, I make a motion to move the meetings for AM, like we were doing it before, for 8:30,
For the first Wednesday of the month at 8:30 AM.
first day of the month.
I just want to make sure that they have it for the minute.
First day of the month,
First Wednesday of
Please
the month.
raise your
First
hand.
or
Wednesday.
first Wednesday,
The
okay.
first Wednesday of the month at 8:30. Yes, ma'am.
Could be at 8 o'clock, like we saying, instead to be 8:30?
Yeah, hold on. Was there a second?
No, it wasn't.
So do the second, so we go into discussion. You got the second, Marie?
Jackie?
Okay, no, just because she's taking notes, so we need to let her know.
Okay.
Okay, and now we're in discussion.
Now we're in discussion.
We were talking about to see if it's possible to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning, so it
Yeah.
could be 8:30.
I mean, on our end, 8 AM is, on the town side, 8 AM is fine.
Wait, is it 8 AM for you? Okay?
I'll make it.
Everybody okay?
Everybody pushing it.
They're
in the
suggesting
morning.
8 AM.
I know.
And
I'm pushing you.
All right, I'll
any more
Monday
discussion?
or Tuesday,
Discussion?
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
the first Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, but she acknowledged it because she has a question.
Yes, Nancy.
8 o'clock. Apparently. Has a problem with that, getting here that early. My opinion is that at 8 o'clock.
Shaking her head now.
No, it's the other way around.
the
I
other
need
way
to
out.
be here early because I work. Oh, at eight.
I'm already pushing it, coming into the
Okay,
meeting, I
all right.
have to come up with an excuse now every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's just
All
gonna be.
right, I had understood it the other way around and was going to back her in whatever she needed. But if eight is fine,
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
Never mind.
Pushing it.
okay.
Any other discussion?
No, I think that half an hour is gonna make a difference, you know.
Okay.
But we have to make sure that it's an hour. Because her and her that have to be somewhere on time, we can't have them for like 2 hours.
Right.
And that's been the problem.
So who's gonna make a
Is
motion?
that
The
We're
motion was
starting
already
discussion.
made.
8:30. I made it for
No,
8:30.
the motion was made for,
8:30.
So we want another motion to.
but you'll have to amend it after discussion.
out. So
You wanna make a motion?
the situation that I was having is we weren't getting out of here till like almost 10. That's very difficult on me because number one, I schedule any, clients. And I'm scheduling them at 10. So that's why I said, do it in the evening, because then I don't care, I could be here 4 hours tonight. I know that's not what optimally we'd want to do, but I could. So we're gonna have to be really, in my opinion, very diligent,
Yes.
because if we want people to be here at 8 o'clock, we want them to be out by no later than 9:30.
See, when everybody's talking like this, instead of waiting to her finish and raising your hand,
Right.
that drags on the meeting, and that's what's been happening. So when she gets finished, if somebody wants to make a comment, raise your hand, and then I'll go around the room, okay?
All right, well, I'm done.
Yeah, make a motion to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning,
The motion,
meeting,
For first-
first Wednesday of each month.
hold on, we have to wait till discussion closes and then the motion would be to amend it. It would not be.
Discussion closed.
Does anybody else have any?
Somebody has their hand up.
Okay, maybe mine's not working. All right, make it.
I amended to 8 o'clock. The meetings on Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
Perfect.
I second,
In 1 hour.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Amen?
Did motion pass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will send an email to all of Elderly Affairs. For those that aren't.
This is Baptist Community Health Initiative, chair yoga.
So we had talked about this, I think, a few meetings back. We were able to schedule it. So here are some flyers, the event price up, if you guys want to share with your friends.
I know you. And now that I put, oh, that was good.
Does it have a time on it? Where it's gonna
At
start?
11.
11.
When?
The 19th.
Say what?
January.
Oh, in January.
Come on, guys, do not talk, please.
Thank you.
Well, we gotta read it before we can vote on it, right? We haven't voted
The
on it.
goal has already been taken a couple meetings back.
Yeah,
Nancy,
we're just getting these.
I'm trying.
Okay? All right, new business. The next,
We can go December 6th was already had,
that's already happened.
so that should have been.
Maybe, did you want to discuss the new bingos for the new year? I think that's what I
Yes.
just wanted.
That's what I want.
Anything,
We need a budget. In my opinion. Because. We need to buy things. And I want to address the buying thing. Because I read everything Kyle sent and I have questions as to that. Considering I a lot of times buy stuff, you do, and she does and Maria does, so. I have questions on that, but I think we need a budget so that we know we can't go over that budget no matter what. If we get sponsors and it's under that budget, we're good. And then we can maybe, do more things, but considering the amount that we have left in the bingos, which is $7,000, am I correct?
No, yeah,
Wait,
I think it's
me,
6,000.
I think this one, it's 7,000, right? 7,531, and there is 10 left. That makes it at $700 each one.
That's, we have to do one a month. We can't continue to do two.
We can't.
It would be too pricey.
We can't. I mean, if we get later on in the year and we see that we're doing well, we can add more,
Right.
but I think to start off,
Yeah.
knowing we don't have this money, because we can't do it for $700. We can't feed people for $700.
No.
It's,
Not even
because we're up to
on
hundred and thirty people. We had, what, 130 meals at the last bingo. Every meal was used. There was no leftover meals. I didn't get one, she didn't
I
get
didn't
one,
get one.
you didn't get one either, so she didn't get one. So it's not like people. And we counted, Isle counted and I agreed with her. How many people were there? And we accounted for, with the take home, we accounted for 125. So there were 5 miscellaneous ones that were like in limbo. Did they really? But you said you counted that there were 130. You counted that.
Right there. 110,
So 5 of them went missing
right?
somehow.
Maybe the,
Well, there
You
was
know?
pickup, I think.
No, we counted for the pickups and it was,
Pick up.
and so, cause you counted the people and then I added the thing and we were short 5, which is not,
maybe the sponsors.
no, we counted the sponsors. We counted how many.
We usually feed this one.
So there were 5 that disappeared.
When I took 5 from there, I bring it to Dorothy because I saw a lady with her husband taking, I says, I'm sorry, you're not supposed to do that. Why? Because this is meals, one for each. And we would, sometimes I even just one with my wife, we split one. Sometimes Dorothy, okay, doesn't take meals, some people something.
Yeah,
So I say,
we did.
you
What
cannot
would
take
she-
2 or 3.
Because of the problem we had last time, the last bingo, we are gonna move the food up to the front of the room because the people were coming in, taking the water, 2 or 3 waters, and we ran out of water. We're gonna move all that up to the front of the room. The food will come in where, where the,
Yeah, the bingo lady.
right, where or the sponsors are. That way they can't take it. They were just going over
Well,
and taking it, And, I forget, somebody brought it to my attention and I said, we need a guard over there.
I'll tell you that.
And the water too.
And the water too, they should only get 1 water, because that's all we plan for is 1 water each. Nancy, you had your hand up first.
I thought of this before you mentioned moving the food up to the front of the room, but by the same token, I'm hearing words regarding budget amount, limit this, limit that. Got a lot of people. That 135 number, how? To my ears, it sounds like it's fairly new that we're getting 135 people. Number one. Number 2, your sponsors, if they're bringing, let's say, 3 people to their table, 3 of their people
Right.
to the table, we're feeding them too. So now you're thinking a sponsor maybe with 2 chairs, 2 meals, and you're getting 3. We need to know, just for the count, maybe even if it's only 5, you had 5 meals short. Last time, maybe that's why, because there were more sponsor people. So keep an eye on our sponsor amount. Maybe limit our signups to a certain number, let's say 120 or 100. And tell them, you want to be there, you make that phone call and you register. Anything after 120, we don't have enough meals. You can sit and join, but you're not getting a meal. If you're not on the list, I don't care if we have to give them tickets. Figure it out, not my job to do, but the point is, we're gonna have to start limiting. It's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we don't have the money for it.
And one thing we gotta remember is the sponsors are giving the support $25 gift certificates for the price. That we have, I'm just saying that, not all of the sponsors get food, most of them do, but there was one by herself, she left early. She didn't.
But the point is, we need to advertise or explain or come up with a list of requirements and let all the sponsors know, say, look, we order a certain amount of meals. If you're qualified to eat, you're limited to 2 per sponsor. I don't care how we do it, but we need to start putting limitations. That's my point.
One. Now, mind you. For the record, I've only been to a few bingos. I just happened to be at the December one. And I can tell you that I don't care if we put it at the front or the back. The people that are going to try and get another meal are going to try and get another meal.
Me sitting there.
In the
But,
front, you
but
see them.
you're not, but I think if we put it in the back room, the one with the door,
But you don't see them.
but we put it in the back room with a door, that door is closed.
Yeah, but they're not gonna be able to.
Not
go
always,
out.
not always.
They'll still open,
You're talking about in the kitchen?
yeah, in the kitchen.
It's too complicated
No.
to bring it out again.
Bring it, set
It's
it
too
out, and
complicated.
take
And there's
time to
not
set it
enough
out,
room.
bring it up here. That's what I'm saying.
But you wouldn't take it out and set it up. In other words, instead of us going to the back of the room and getting it and going,
No.
it would be set up in the back of the room and we would be the only ones allowed in the back of the room.
That's too much.
I go in that room a lot because I don't like warm water. So first thing I'll do is grab my water and go put it in the refrigerator or the freezer or wherever. And I'm just one person. I know that place, there's not enough room in there
It's
for
very
that many
tight.
meals. And half the time, other committees and whatever, in the cabinets, in the drawer, they got their stuff stored in there. There's not enough room for those many meals. I think one of the things is to limit the amount of people. 135 is a lot. Remember, we're also talking about our budget as well.
Yeah.
So we already got a budget problem, and maybe that's where we hit first to limit the number to 125. Cut down 10 meals there. And I still say, put it up in the front of the room. You know why? Because you got
You can see it.
130 eyes watching who's going up there, grabbing a bunch and putting them out in their
Well, if
car
you have
and
a
whatever.
person Sitting there,
The
so
bag.
they have to park for them to walk around them, so you'll see it if they're trying to do something like that. It's
Yeah, and
terrible to have to
wires.
Talk like this about our seniors,
Okay,
but
no, but
Like
Pedro,
children.
go ahead.
let me ask you this, see, what happens is this. And I think Dorothy has a good idea to bring the food up front, but at the same time, I do it with 300 people. While we do it before we started, she could say, if she wanted, she can say it in English, I say it in Spanish, or you can say, okay, if we told them this food is 1 meal per person, I'm pretty sure our people are not so bad, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
The only thing, if they don't know, they try to take advantage. Because I stopped these 2 people, which I know them, they're very nice. They go to all our buildings, and I told her, and she said, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Fiario, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. So many of them, they figure they want to take it. If we told them at first, because I tell you, I give meal over there in the same place to 275 people, same place. And they don't take it because I told them, look, it's 1 meal per person because we have a lot of people here and I never had any problem with it.
What group?
Just a minute,
I'm sorry.
just, she's had her hand up for quite a while.
I didn't say, I'm sorry.
Putting the food in the front, I think, is a good idea, because you have also the side doors that are open, the ones inside, so people can walk out to the hall, act like they're going to the bathroom, and then come back around, and then we have a lot going on in the front, so we're paying attention to what's happening in the front. And now, even though one of us may have an eye here and an eye there, but still, and so I think that's, now my other question is, because I've been going to the bingos, to get to know everything. What happened? Because we were doing fine. We had even a lot of food left over, and all of a sudden we've gone from being okay to like, what changed? Did something
Like
change?
quite a few more. people.
But the limitations, there's no didn't we have like a limitation on like how many people register? What changed with that, or? Did you
The problem with that is people register,
Uh-huh,
some people don't show up.
uh-huh.
And I always say, if you wanna wait, somebody doesn't show up, you can let in.
That's you.
I can let you in, but let you show up. At the end, when I go, I get on the list and I got
Alex,
2 people that didn't show up, then they go in. That's the way we've been doing.
Because we didn't have this problem until now recently, because we were okay the past couple of months.
It's gotten a lot more people in the different. Yes.
One of the other problems was that we had the limit of how many people we have,
And we raised
and we still got more. We ordered more food than that, and there were all these people that said that they had called the town and they weren't on the list. So they were annoyed, so we knew we had the food, so we let them in and give away the food. And so we ended up, there were, between the people that were physically sitting there and the people that we gave away, there was 125 accounted for.
Yeah.
The only thing that wasn't accounted for were the 5 meals, because we had 100, we counted them, 130 meals.
Nancy had her.
No, she doesn't.
I got a question. It is okay for a person to come and register her and then tell you, oh, let me have my neighbor and my sister and my cousin. They're not there. If you come, you have to register yourself. You cannot register, you know. That's the problem. That's the problem.
You're gonna have to say no.
Mhm.
No, and we went up, we started like 100 people, and gradually we've gone up. We need to go back down, and if they don't register with the town, with this, with that, say no. And if they have a fit,
Look,
yeah,
we give meals from the Casabana sometimes, we sometimes have a lot of people, we have to tell a lot of people, I'm sorry, you have to go back.
say no, no, you're gonna say no, no, you
We tell,
can't.
I'm sorry, but we can.
We
you
can
know,
do it.
Yeah.
We go all the way.
I think what Pedro said makes a lot of sense as far as making an announcement, leaving the food where it is, because us as servers, the traffic works for us from the back to bring the food forward. Pedro makes a lot of sense when he's feeding twice as many perhaps people by making an announcement in advance. It's 1 lunch per person and you cannot serve yourself a water, anything. You stay seated, you will be served. I think that announcement would serve a lot of our would settle a lot of our problems.
And cut back, we have to cut back.
Yeah, with the cutback, of course.
But still, I've watched this one guy particularly. He waits till all of you guys that are serving are up towards the front when he does it. So that's what the problem is. So we're gonna try it for the next bingo, put it up in the front and see what it's gonna be like, see if it's any better. If it's not, then we can always go back.
At
We
the
gotta
town
play
hall,
right
can I
with
call you
something
back
that's
when
gonna
I'm-
have to make it work.
Well,
The first thing is to.
call
cut
me
back
in
on
about
the
an hour.
amendments.
Well, that means you're gonna have to
Because
put a
sometimes-
limit with Betty,
Yeah.
how many reservations.
So if I can request you guys, and I know you're about to go into discussion and motion, like vote on what is the new number that we're capping it at? And how many meals we're ordering.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah,
I think she's first.
Another thing that we can do is, I hate to say it this way, but babysit the food. Somebody has to stay back there, because nobody honestly does it, because we're trying to get everything else, we're handing out the water, we're doing this and that. But maybe we need to have somebody babysitting the food, you know, playing, you have the good cop, the bad cop, and then when somebody comes up, can I help you? You know,
Yeah,
go sit down, we're gonna hand out the food, that's the other option that we have also. Unfortunately, we have to do that, you know?
Yeah, I think let's try to have it at the front, I think, let's see what happens, and do the announcement. Like you said, do the announcement is one, and also cut maybe 120, I don't know, you know, we have to see, because we started 80, 100, and now we go 80, 130.
Go back to the.
Well, there's one other thing too that I have noticed, that people sign up and don't show up. Some of them 3 times in a row don't show up.
You can't do anything.
You
about
can't
it. You can't do anything about it.
You can't do anything about it.
And I'll sit, because I can't really walk around, I'll sit at the food next one, the next bingo, I'll sit.
Yeah, she can't move.
Yeah, no, you know me, I'll tell them point blank.
Oh, yeah. No, but but one, and it's the same people that sign up, they just, oh, look at this fun, let me put it on the calendar, go up, and then throw it, not
Yeah, but you
there.
can't do anything about that.
okay, so
And she had the stupid.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion that we limit the meals to 125
Less.
or 120. 120 or 125?
120.
120, all right, limit the meals to 120. And I definitely believe we should try up front. And because of all the wires and then the bingo lady, and she still has to set up. Perhaps here's the ideal part. instead of the 100 and something meals in the back, put your tables for the people to sit at a little bit further towards the back, because now you need the room up front. Now you move the bingo people and their wires a little forward, and then you have room in, behind that for your meals. So that's my motion. Move your meals up front, move your bingo lady a little bit towards the center, not the center, but, and then you've got room in the back to put your regular seating tables.
And
On the announcement.
Yeah.
That's the way, I thought I said that,
Makes
fine.
sense.
But anyway,
Do you have that motion?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
'Cause
I
Can you
All right.
repeat it after when they take a vote, just to
Yeah.
make sure we're all on the same page?
I second it.
Wait,
Oh,
she did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my,
no, we need a
we
second.
have the.
my second.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry,
Makes sense.
it's 120 up front. And then
You should.
bingo tables towards the back.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
This
I think it should be less than 120. I think we should, considering our budget issue, I
Um,
think we should do it to 115. Just
She's
because
amending.
amended.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
I-
amending the motion.
Well, we're discussing.
we're discussing.
Yeah.
So if everybody kind of likes that idea, I'll amend it.
I don't have an.
I like.
So you're suggesting 115
I'm suggesting
Ordering.
what,
for ordering? Like how many meals we're ordering?
well, for how many meals, how many people can sign up here?
Well, okay, that's my question, because I need different information, guys. I
Right.
need how many we're ordering and how many people we're capping it. And the reason I say that is because we have to keep in mind the sponsors, the volunteers,
Right.
and those people that don't show.
Right, and that's why I'm saying 115 people sign up
Signups, okay.
total
115
then-
tickets.
tickets. And then make it 10 meals more
25 ordering.
on, yes.
And what about, and I'm sorry, I just wanna make sure you guys think this through as well. You guys still have people picking up meals. Are we still gonna do that? If we are, then we need to account for them as well, just saying.
Yeah.
Cause that 10 isn't gonna give you enough. 125,
Oh, so you have to
Dave Oliver.
do less people.
that's, I just want you guys to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Do you wanna continue doing that? Do you
Don't wanna
not?
do
If
less.
yes, how many?
I'm sorry, Nancy, what?
All right. We can control the amount of people that pick up to take home and all the other things. One of your question marks is gonna be with your sponsors, and it's a little bit tricky how you word it, is you tell your sponsors, table and 2 chairs, and 2 people will receive meals, maximum of 2 people. They need 3 people to sell whatever they're pushing. You're still only getting 2 meals, because that's the unknown number that can mess you up in whatever you order. If you adjust it to 115, 120, that, you know, what you do with that, you need to pick a number. And like I said, the sponsors bringing more than 2 people is an unknown. And then what you need to do is get a count of your residents coming and also, your sponsors and how many they're gonna have. Those are your numbers you're gonna deal with. I don't care what the numbers are.
All right.
That's it.
The only thing I figure is this, we, you know, really tie down the people that give us the
Yeah,
money.
you can.
I think, you know.
But as long as they just tell you, even if they just tell you how many they wanna bring, we need to know about the meal.
Normally they're bringing 2, but
Right.
yes, ma'am.
I wanna do less people. From I wanna bring it down to 100, 105.
Yeah.
That's what I want, because then, and the sponsors are giving us money. You can't tell, I'm not gonna give you a meal. That's ludicrous, and I'm not.
No,
gonna
you're
give
not saying I'm not going to, we just wanna know a count
Well,
amount.
I wanna know, but if they say 5, I have to give them 5. What am I gonna do? But the people, we need, and the people that don't come, well, they don't come.
Right, but the good,
Maybe
for
105.
this, there's always somebody that doesn't come that shows up. So that buffers the extra
The extra people.
for the,
We just have to cut off.
We have 6 that come and pick them up.
Yeah, that's always the same, it's the
Yeah,
lady,
yeah.
and then
Dave Oliver.
Dave Oliver and that lady, it's always the lady.
So how much is the count?
So wait, we're still.
What, was it now, 110, 105?
We went from 120 to 115, and now you said 100 or?
Well, you only have to worry about the motion, the
Okay.
motion that was said initially, we're still on that motion, if they wanna amend it for a final vote, then it will be done out.
Okay.
You're on the.
You don't have to
We'll
worry
start
too
at
much about the
120.
discussion, yeah.
I might have had the floor.
Let me tell you, Jorge is the guy that sets up the tables. He usually has 20 tables, 5 chairs in every table, that's 100 people. I think that's a number that we
you go.
should have,
100 is fine.
because we gotta keep bringing,
Let's
later on,
amend-
more tables and more seats.
Let's amend it to 100. And then we need to order,
Then
maybe
you have
one.
100, but then what about the people that are certain?
No,
No,
but you
that's how
order,
many people
Oh,
are
people allowed.
listed.
and then order
And if you
120.
want a meal,
Okay.
like
okay,
if
got it.
Pedro wants a meal, he would have to register himself on
No,
Eventbrite.
You could still order 120,
Yeah.
120 meals, but
Right,
keep that list to 100.
right, I think
That's
I
it, 100.
like that.
And if they come and they don't do it, they don't come in. If they don't register, point blank, you can't
No,
go.
we gotta say no.
You gotta say no, no matter who it is. Whether it's your best friend or your best, I don't have any friends, but your best.
Friends.
Well,
Okay, so what we should do, 100 sign up
yes,
She's still,
and order 125 or?
no, 120.
120.
That gives us 20.
Yeah.
But the
So you're
people that
saying
are already
100.
All right, everybody, raise your hand if you wanna talk.
Everybody
I
registered.
just wanted to say,
The last one.
in regards to what Pedro was saying about the sponsors, everybody has a limit, even, and Patty knows this, 'cause we've gone to the chamber, to the Hispanic Chamber luncheons, and those people are paying $1,500, $2,000, but they only get one ticket.
Right.
And that's a table, so it's one, you can have 5 people there, but know that it's gonna be one meal ticket that you're gonna get. And based on the fact that we have these, we're a little bit tight on budget, I think even though we don't wanna upset our sponsors, but I think it's okay to say, at 2. If they happen, because I remember one day there were like 3 people. There was one
Yeah.
bingo that we had that had 3 people, so maybe at that point we say, listen, this is what we're going through, and some sponsors don't even get the food,
They
because
don't
we've had
even eat.
sponsors that have said, no, it's okay.
Right.
But I think we could probably, it would be okay to
Yeah,
say
only
something,
2
and we see
chairs,
somebody
they
coming
have
with
room
3 or
for
4 people, I mean.
Okay.
Like I was saying, people already registered for the 20th, right?
Oh, yeah, it's been sold out.
They already, yeah.
That we're not, we have to start this next year, we can't,
right, so we have to.
You already ordered 130.
somebody want to amend the.
Whatever, to
Yeah,
amend.
And I'm sorry, before you do that, because we need to be clear about numbers. Please take into consideration and be clear about pickups as well.
We did, there's 6 of them.
No, because I know you're gonna amend the motion, so make sure it includes that, I guess, as well.
Right.
I amend the motion to keep it under 100 people, including the pickups. And then we're gonna order 120 meals to have enough. For the order.
It's a waste.
I don't think that makes any sense, because now you have a lot of elective meals.
No,
Let's
no.
face it, not everybody shows up. We all know that people don't show up that sign up. So if you limit it to 100 people and we're buying 120, that's 20 extra meals. That's
Waste.
more than enough feeds the sponsors, the
So
pickup
then what should
people,
we order, 110?
or order one.
While you guys decide on this, I will remind you that that space holds 130 people. If you want to do less than that, that's completely up to you guys, but the space does hold 130
But that's
people.
not the
per-
money.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
problem is
well,
the
I'm
money.
just
We run out of
reminding you
money.
guys,
No.
because if you're doing one per month, you guys do have money because you have sponsors that cover that.
Yeah, your sponsorship money is what's vague.
I'm just
But the food
letting you
is
guys
just-
make an informed decision. Up to you guys.
I'd rather have a party and have food left over than have a party and be short on food.
Okay, that's really easy and say no members get
The-
food.
Sponsors that we've had in the past have been very good with us, because of Mr. Pedro. He knows how to make a deal, and he does get good, I have seen really good meals with deal. And we go, instead of having a full meal, a sandwich, a bottle of water and a cookie.
So what
Like
do we
something
do?
like that simple.
100 and then order 110? Or we order
115.
105, 115? You want
115,
we-
115.
What
And
15?
Dottie, what's the average amount? We can control how many people sign up, residents. As far as the committee is concerned, what's the average number of committee members and us type of people who get a meal? If we limit, if we get a number on that, that's a question mark in my mind.
It's only 4 or
Because-
5.
7,
Only 4 or 5 of us,
Yeah.
well, you're looking
No,
at me
8
like,
of us.
I should know that, and I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm
about 8
asking.
or 10.
Hey,
1,
So-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You go sometimes, make
Sometimes,
9.
Yeah.
Sometimes you, and you
Yeah.
always go now.
But I
10.
don't, I
So-
don't mind.
I don't
That's
mind
what I
not
thought.
getting your
Yeah.
bills.
Me either, I'm not
That's
gonna
why when I
start.
said 20, I was right on the, probably the money, because it's 11 of us plus the sponsors. 20 meals.
For example, Pedro
That's
and his wife signed up, they were actually on the list.
But sometimes we eat one meal
don't. I
between
never
both of
do.
us.
No, but I'm saying, because,
never
but
signed up.
you signed, you're really good. I can tell you, I didn't sign up because I didn't care if I had a meal. I didn't care if I had seats. But, so I don't sign up, but if you sign up, that's in that 100 people.
Yes.
If I may, because I think you guys are getting stuck on the wrong thing. Personally, I think what you need to be discussing is the amount that you're gonna be spending rather than amount of meals, because depending on what vendor you use, certain meals will be more expensive. Because you guys are very concentrated on the number of meals, and yes, that's important, but so what if you limit the amount of meals and it's double the price of what you really wanna be at? What you need to concentrate on as well is,
Yeah,
what are we
everything.
capping the dollar amount at? But I think that's a little more important than meals, right? Because we're saying meals just generally, I can spend $30 per meal.
No, but we.
Right.
I know, but let's be clear on that.
No,
Because
no,
I think that's what's really gonna affect your, what's gonna hit your account.
Yes, and 30.
I, number one, I think we need to say, how many people are we gonna do? Because then we can say, all right, this is our budget, how many, what is our budget gonna be? And what amount, what food can we get for that type of budget? And if we have a sponsor, they can have a really nice meal, otherwise they're gonna have, cheese and crackers. Because that's all we can serve them. But if we know how many people we're gonna be, that we can't be switching the number every month, because we don't know if that's a really good sponsor. If we have extra money, we can do an extra
keep it.
bingo, we can do, we get into June and go, hey, look, we have a lot of money, let's add another bingo. I don't think anybody would, any of the sponsors would, not sponsors, any of the people that go to the bingo, the attendees would have a problem if we had 2 or 3 bingos. But at least we're getting through our budget
Yeah.
to where,
Well, they like that. They're looking forward to going back to 2 bingos.
right,
No,
Well,
I'm just telling you when are we going back to the 2 bingos? I'm telling you what they're asking me. I said, we're gonna discuss that at our meeting tonight. And they were just the other day, and in public.
I think Dorothy, for example, she changed to using the hotel that was $25 or $30 a meal. Now we only pay $12,
yeah, but,
and we have the same meal, actually even better meal. Okay?
yeah, but that's not bingo.
I know.
That's
That's
from
not
the-
bingo, that's not our bingo.
No, I know I'm being, no, correct, this is a special.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I'll stop going, that's easy, I'll remove
No,
myself.
because you don't get a meal anyway, so you can't stop.
Nancy,
Next.
you have something to say?
I'll remove myself.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm going to amend again. 100 meals,
Everybody.
okay, 100 meals, because she
100
said
people.
100 people. 100, I'm 100
I'm gonna
people,
sign up.
and we still need to keep it 120 meals, because there's 11 of us that go, plus sometimes in the sponsors,
And you're a musician if you're.
and the musician guy,
I have never failed to go to one, never.
and
I can stop going easy.
that's
I
up
got
to you,
places to
that's your
go
choice.
better.
All right, but she's in the middle of a motion.
I mean, 100 plus 120 meals.
I'm the early bird.
I'll
I get
second
there
that
at 8
motion.
o'clock.
Okay, on that. Yes,
Last thing. I agree with what you said. 100 sign up, order 120 meals. You feed your sponsors, and if there's anything left will draw numbers for us. We, you know what I mean? We're the volunteers. You have to honor your sponsors and your attendees. So how about, doesn't have to be a motion, but that be the plan that the people and the sponsors, however the many of the sponsors may be, they get a meal. What's left over, we'll fight amongst
That's
ourselves.
it. That's the amendment.
That,
Somebody
that doesn't have to
second?
be in writing, it just be.
Guys, one last thing I need you to confirm. I know you're including pickups in the 100. How many pickups?
There's six.
Break it down.
There's six. There's always
But,
six.
okay, but here's my point as Tom, we have to make sure we're fair. I can't just say 6 and hold it for those 6 that we already know, because then what's the point of us doing the sign up list? If we're
And
just gonna
why?
have the same, no, I'm asking you guys, because we open that up and people will call. So I can't say, oh, there's 6 spots open, but I'm not gonna take
Well,
those
if they
pickup
don't
because I'm
call-
holding it for our. whoever.
If they
I
don't
can't do
call
that.
also, then they don't get it. We have
I
to
know,
go.
so you want me to cap it at 6, and if those 6 that normally pick up don't call first and the spots are taken, they're not getting it either. That's what
That's
do you
it.
understand what I'm trying to say?
Again, I don't understand.
We can't
the question.
reserve for, just because these are people that always pick up, that we're gonna reserve the 6 spots for them.
I don't-
That's not fair.
I don't think that's how we're doing it. I think we're saying 100 people and Dave, which
Whichever
is a
way.
pickup, has to
Yeah.
sign up, but
Has
we
to
know
sign
that his is the
So
pickup.
you don't care if it's 40 pickups and 60 in person, you don't
But it's
care
not
how it's
40,
broken
but
down.
No, we don't care.
No,
how
but
it's
I'm
broken
asking.
down.
Well, yeah, but that's your,
Because you guys, we did have a cap at 10 pickups, that's why I'm asking.
yeah, you better tell them too.
So then
That's fine. It'll
So
be
then it's
90.
90.
See, you're ordering, you're
Every-
signing up
I'm asking you
100 and
because-
you're
No,
ordering
I think we
120.
should-
That's 20.
That can come from the extra 20.
You got
There you
100
go.
signups,
So then
100
it's 110
signups,
signups.
you're ordering
10
120.
pickups and
That
100
gives you 20 for whether it be committee members or pickups. That's plenty.
That's plenty.
Because if you got, even your sponsors, how many sponsors,
Okay.
how many sponsored
100.
people do you have? 2?
Two pickups.
It's different.
And 120
depending on the
meals.
sponsor.
Okay, so that's where the
Sometimes we have
20 will
one,
go.
Sometimes we have
100.
3, sometimes we
Okay,
have 2.
pickups and 120.
That's it.
We have 100.
So you got- so you got
110 people.
10 extra for
120
sponsors.
And then you can register, you count as the 100. That's it. 100 register, 10
Make us
pickups,
measure,
and 120 meals. And then I will register myself, you will register.
make
yourself,
us register,
That's it.
and we're at the bottom of the list. We don't get a meal, we can leave and
But wait,
doesn't matter.
they're gonna see me, no?
If you don't care to feed yourselves, then you shouldn't be part of the list. 'cause you're taking away meals.
Well, that's what I think.
Okay, we need.
All right, let's finalize it.
I am.
Leave. Go ahead.
My motion, amended motion. I really think we should keep it at 100. If the people that are gonna pick up, they have to register. That takes it down. If there's 6 people that do, let them sign up and get their 6 meals. That means 94 people will be left.
Yes,
If anybody here wants to eat a meal and they know they want to eat a meal that day,
we need to-
they should register. If there's a chance that they're not, they don't really care, then they may or may not get a meal, and you know they may or may not get a meal. But the 100, and then we order 120, which gives us 10 for sure extra, which would give us our sponsor and probably us. And there's always people that don't show up, and the pickups.
That's it.
And there's always somebody who registered that did not show up, and it'll give us more than that 10 spots.
Ridiculous.
That's my amended motion.
Well, let me tell you, I think it's ridiculous that we, the people that have to serve and set up the tables and set up everything, have to register.
You don't,
No, we don't have to
you
register.
don't have to.
You don't have to register.
we have enough in the 20, so you don't have to register.
No, we don't
Okay.
have to register.
Then next, what else do we need to, I second,
Second, and there needs to be a vote.
We need to
We
have a
go,
vote.
I, all I.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays?
No name. What else does it have to do, the money? How much money? How much money? How much under?
Guys,
Please, if you wanna talk, go outside. We wanna get out of here tonight.
Okay, Dottie, how much is like the normal meal?
Yeah, how much money for meals? That's what we need to talk about.
From 8 to 10.
$8 to $10 per
Okay, so
sandwich.
$10 at a hundred and
You see that, okay.
10,000, 200, 2,200.
Yeah, but we have to include in that the decorations.
We already have.
We only do decorations when it's a holiday.
Yes, we already, and we have
We don't do
tablecloths.
decorations for
For
everybody.
bingo, the cost is really just the food and the water.
And we already have tablecloths.
Okay, so we already had the same.
So what
Make a
that,
motion.
I make a motion that the money should be 1,300.
I second.
The
I second.
I,
$10.
Discussion,
no, it's nothing to discuss.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We'll try this first one, if it's amount, and see how it works out. You know, if we see it's gonna not work out, then
We
we'll
will
go
correct
back.
it.
And we don't need to register. You guys don't register. You're gonna have to work really
So
hard.
guys,
Yeah.
the first bingo, in case you're interested in the date, it's Tuesday, January 16th. I know you guys requested to change the date because it interferes with the chamber luncheon.
Yeah,
So now it's on Tuesday, January 16th is the next one. It's gonna be the third Tuesday of every month.
and the other thing is, like our big socials to be on a Saturday instead of a weekday.
So we have to work with
Yeah.
whatever's available. What's
Yeah.
the next one you want me to look at?
The
The thing is that if you don't reserve it in advance, it's not gonna be available.
We don't have, yeah, Easter would be. or Valentine's
What would be the bingo you say?
Valentine's
Tuesday.
I'm sorry, let's get back to the agenda. We're still on bingo. We have to- No, because you're leading the.
I know. The Christmas social, okay, everybody, please. You need a budget, yeah? She made a motion for it, $1,300.
No, we're talking for the
The main-
Christmas,
the-
for the Christmas social.
Let me.
Yeah, she's moving on to that one.
That's what I'm going now. Okay, then, if I stop talking to you. I'm gonna keep on the meeting.
Christmas social have $12, 130 pints.
Hold on, let her start the item.
All right, the December social, December 20th is sold out already.
Good.
I think we got enough decorations from last year that we can use those, plus, these here were donated to
Oh, those
Dolly.
are so cute.
Aren't they cute? She picked them up and,
Yeah. I'm raising my hand. I only have 3 because that was from a Christmas party this past Saturday and they were gonna throw them away, so I
So
was
she got-
able to
so
get
we're
them,
gonna
but
use
you guys
those.
can put them wherever. What we
Super
do not
cute.
have is the centerpieces that we were trying to get, but we had to talk about, so I make a motion to talk about what we're going to spend for the centerpieces for the Christmas.
she put a little plant in the middle of poinsettia and
Yeah, that's what we wanted
That's
to
what we
get
wanted
to,
to
that's
do,
what
but
we're
we-
trying to do,
we
I
were
don't know
trying
if
to
there's still
watch
any
for
left
a
at this
sale.
point.
So we could get the poinsettias and.
Okay.
put one in each.
Costco,
Probably sold out.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. they're-
Please,
they're-
please.
at Costco, they're $17.99 for 4.
Mhm. Yeah.
That is the cheapest. I have seen it.
Yeah,
I have looked every which way but
no, yeah,
loose.
I second that.
Yeah.
price.
That is the
So
cheapest.
that, what do we need, 10 tables?
Wait, how many tables are we doing?
I don't know, where there.
No, because there are, how many people are we?
80
talking
people
about?
per table.
How many?
You have to give me more.
Wait, we need to know how many people.
Go.
I'm trying to figure out something here.
What are they gonna
This is
figure out?
so,
How many-
this is big market.
I'm just trying to figure out how many poinsettias are
Going to
going
be
to
how many tables? Are
No, I have there's 130 signups.
130 divided by 8.
So we do 8
So.
per table?
and
Yes.
You can fit 8 per table, yeah.
8 per table.
So 8 times 5, 8 times 5 is 40.
Okay, that didn't help.
That's how many poinsettia money you need is $5 a poinsettia.
137? No, she said that there were 4.
17 times divided by 4 is
Okay,
$5.
17 tables, right? Who wants to go buy them?
I'll go get them, but I
Okay,
can't.
but we have to discuss that because
No,
no,
but
but
no.
tell town to go buy it. Town, go for it. That's what you're.
No, it's $85.
No,
Go
so
for it.
if you guys wanna
$85.
talk about the credit card, because I know you guys have questions about it. So, and remind me that we need to approve the reimbursement fees for you.
Oh, yes, yes, I was going to remind you. Okay, yes.
Now that we're meeting,
Yeah.
so with the credit cards,
$81.
going forward, the credit card will not be leaving town staff hands. However, you guys can use it for online purchases. If there's any link that you wanna send me of anything you wanna purchase, send it to me and I will order it on your
Oh,
behalf.
so we can do.
Most things are on Amazon. We have an Amazon account that's tax exempt, so we can take care of it for you. Please keep in mind delivery exempt. If you're working with a restaurant, restaurants will usually provide invoices so we can cut a check. That's the best way to do it. It hits your budget right away and like that you have a real number. As far as taking a credit card to a store, it will not be given to committee members. That should not be what we're trying to do to begin with. So if for any reason, any of you feel that it's an emergency and you need to buy something, we're telling you not to do that. If you feel the need to do that on your own personal, after we're telling you not to, you will be incurring the taxes because the town cannot be taking care of taxes when we are tax exempt. So we are asking you, please be, please keep in mind what vendors you're using, make sure they're vendors that can invoice us so we can cut a check, so like that you guys don't have to worry about putting your own money for some stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, but
And
now
I'm gonna speak for one. I'm giving myself permission. The thing is, it has to be approved here at the committee meeting before the purchase to get to her,
Or at least the budget.
the budget.
And what, like, generally what we're talking
We
about.
can't just say, go get this.
no, but
Yeah.
in our budget,
Yeah.
we just agreed that we should have concierges. The cheapest place to buy them is Costco. I can't use town, which I was the first one that said we should not be using town, just for the record. I always said, I do not want to use the town credit card. I'm not authorized. I have an issue with that. So I can go to Costco or she can go to Costco, but the problem's gonna be is we don't have a
She can order
credit
it
card.
online, maybe.
She can't order the one.
No, I get what you say, the answer to that question is, if they do not honor the tax exempt and you don't wanna be hit with that, then you need to use another vendor, that's a simple answer.
But, okay, my question is, we buy them, whoever here goes forth and buys them. We have the letter. I tried to talk to Costco and I
They wouldn't
said,
use it.
and I just needed more time to fight with them, because honestly, whoever goes with a letter, get ready to like get a hold of the
Yeah,
manager and call the
yeah.
manager
Yeah.
and make them, and then they said, well,
Yeah.
the town doesn't have, the problem is the town doesn't have a credit card, or does it have a
Membership.
a membership? I don't know if the town has membership with Costco or doesn't have that, but they wouldn't let me put it on my bill. On my, like me, Lourdes Corvo, my credit card because Lourdes Corvo don't have a tax exempt. I have the town's town exempt, and they did not put those two together. They wouldn't allow me to, and I didn't have the time to fight them. Now, it would be eating the taxes on it, and I mean, I'll eat $25, but
No, I don't want to.
That's really what, we're not so our suggestion is don't use that vendor. If they can't acknowledge it, then don't use that vendor. Because we don't want you guys to incur, charges.
Can you, but
If there's anything online, yes, just send me a link, if it allows us.
But I have a question,
Yeah.
because I told you, I do this with Make-A-Wish, when I go on shopping sprees. If you go with that paper, and we've used Costco before, which I'm assuming is the one in Miami Lakes, that's the one that would be, they should have it in the system, and if not, they should have the phone number of the town in the system where they can look up the phone number, because that's what I do with Make-A-Wish. Okay, here's Make-A-Wish, oh yeah, here it is in the system. So I don't know why it would be so difficult for them, if we've gone before with the paper and shown them the paper and done a purchase there,
I
like
don't,
Costco is.
I don't know that the town has, we have to know.
We do have an account with Costco.
So we should be able to show up with the paper and say, I'm here, because with Make-A-Wish, when I come on the shopping sprees, they don't have my name, they just pulled up the entity itself. Make-A-Wish, town of Miami Lakes, so that's what's in the system, not our names attached to it, so they should be able, with that paper, to just pull it up in the system and that's it, and give us our tax.
And
Wonderful.
the person that I was
Is it on
speaking to
all
at
of the
Costco,
books?
because when we were buying the gifts for the sponsors, the person said to me, because I had the paper,
Yeah.
and they said, that paper is not in you're not the not-for-profit.
They don't.
And like I said, had I had more time, but her and I went during my lunch, because I had clients
Yeah.
scheduled, so we went during my lunch, and I didn't have time to fight with them, but yes. In theory, they should honor
Yeah,
it,
is a.
but I can tell
Town of
you
Miami
that-
Lakes, not individual names.
But she's not gonna go out and get them for us, so there's this.
I can try again, I mean,
No,
what's,
she can
I
go with
can
a
retry
paper.
again with that and be
Go
like,
with a
listen,
paper.
you guys have to have it. Talk under Town of Miami Lakes.
Yes.
If I may. Excuse me.
No, I'm just like, never
I
get my.
understand, but you
Go
only
ahead.
do that
No,
when you
okay.
show
No,
with me.
go ahead.
My question is this, is there a possibility, I'm Costco, you're a committee member. Is there a possibility of you go out, you find item A, so much money and whatever. Now you come back to the town and you get an authorization letter with, and this has to be an agreement between
They're all saying
We
no.
don't say no,
No,
it
no,
doesn't work
they
that
need
way.
that pays the form.
Go in there.
Between, well, then, maybe we meet with a manager from Costco and have a form that's approved that states Nancy Rogers' name is on here. This is the credit card, we're tax exempt and whatever. And then I show ID just like I have to do with, or a picture of the town, however, whatever the agreement is, that we have a meeting with someone from Costco and what they will, somebody big shot, not Joe Blow who's at a register.
No,
You're saying, no, that can't
no, they
happen?
don't do it that way, because I've gone there for different reasons with different things, and they just won't do it.
But if we have a meeting and explain why we've got
They
23,
don't care.
whatever amount of people.
It
We
can't
don't
be-
have it now, but can we try to get it in the future is my point.
The
So
only,
we don't keep having this
the only
conversation.
thing we can do is go out there, get a price, get them out, come back, give them a check, they'll give the check, go back to Costco and pay with the check. That's it, or she can order it.
For me to
on-
cut a check, I need an invoice.
That's what I'm saying, go out there, say, can you give me an invoice? And then, or the town can do it
So you're
online.
asking the same thing, but you're asking us to do it individually. My point is,
No individually.
on each individual purchase, you have to do it. My point is, if the paper exists and we have it on file with them and they want to work with this town and these committees and the 900 events that we have, we work out a plan. Everybody keeps saying you can't do it. We can't do it right now, but let's ask to have a system that may work with some biggest shot over at Costco that we can get this done. We can't keep having the same problem every single month for every single committee, for every single event. That's my question.
I'll go to, I've gone to Costco with my credit card in my name. Get in line, went to the restroom. My husband, who walks up there, uses my credit card. They say, oh, no, you can't use it.
Correct.
But that's the present
So we're not allowed to
plan.
use
All
the
I'm asking is we try to come up with a solution for in the future.
The only solution
I
is,
know we can't do it right now, but
the only
we
solution
gotta
is,
talk to somebody
the
to get
only
it
solution
solved.
is, if we can't do it, the town has to do it. That's it, whether they order it online,
Can somebody from the town go by the concierge?
Well, I'm not available to do it. I don't know who would. Like, I don't know that we do that. That's why we're encouraging you guys to just give us a link online. Most things can be ordered online. You guys are kind of just stuck on this vendor for whatever reason. They have better
No.
prices. I understand.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We don't
I
care.
understand.
I don't know if we can order the points.
You can.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
if
the
that's-
point, yeah,
There's
I've
seasons.
I've been looking
There's seasons.
online and to see what the prices were
maybe Home
before.
Depot, you might
Okay,
get.
No, Home Depot doesn't have it like that. Home Depot had each one for $5. It was a little bit,
$5.99.
yeah,
For
five
five
something
ninety-nine versus.
versus 4 for 17.
4.7, yeah.
Yeah.
But then we have it.
Okay, let me,
Wait a minute, Jackie said.
While we're going through centerpieces, keep in mind that we have those three beautiful ones there. So if we have, for instance, 10 tables, we only need 7 centerpieces. These 3 can be interspersed amongst the 10 tables. So keep that in mind. X tables -3.
I'm just gonna put
We have
them around the
20
food.
they're gonna-
truck.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna-
If you got a real nice poinsettia
They're gonna
and
fight.
I just said,
Yeah, I think so, it's
If
better.
they-
Yeah,
can be-
but the raffle doesn't mean that this beauty centerpiece on my table is going to go to me because I have the raffle. Another raffle from another person from another table, it depends on how the raffles are going out, how quick, whatever.
Yeah.
They can come and take this centerpiece off my table because they won from another table. You get what I'm saying?
I know
It's
what you're
very
saying.
simple.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we have 100 people, right? That can, in theory, show up. Out of the 100 people divided by 8,
Mhm.
if we put it, we're talking 12.5 tables. Let's round it down. Or up, okay, we can round it up. The 13. So 13 tables. Now, 13 divided by 4. I just did multiplication. 13 divided by 4, I know the answer. It's 3 1/4. So we have to buy 4. Because we have to buy 4 trays. So they're $18. Times 4. It's 72.
72.
And the tax on that is times 0.07 equals $5. I'll pay it. I'll pay the damn tax.
Wait,
No,
something
no,
online.
do it.
Huh? I'll pay the
Just found
tax.
something online.
Mira, ¿cuánto dice ahí? How many?
Those are fake.
Listen,
It costs, yeah.
no, cost of farms
It's,
are real.
okay, yeah, but
How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3,
That's
6,
three.
9, 12, or
12.
73.
right. And this one was 4
This
times
is cheaper
16.
already.
No, this one was $72. It's cheaper, cost.
Okay, so for $1, I solved my issue.
And
I
you
ordered from Home Depot for $73. She pays it online. And we'll pick them up. What?
I made a meeting, I'll call that.
So those don't care, they're small, big.
I don't have a problem paying the $5.
You told Home Depot that's gonna be for the veterans.
That's what I would do.
Keep them with me sometimes, they give me 50% off.
Do you realize how many committees?
When they call it in, they told them it's gonna be some veterans.
Will they honor the, somebody,
Guys, we're talking over one another.
Here they are. 10 inches, whatever 10 inches is not small. So here they are. So maybe she can order it through Home Depot
for pickup?
for pickup.
Are they real?
I'm gonna go to Home Depot and see which these are tomorrow and say, what are these? If these are for $73, there's that, you did it and you got it out of the way. We'll pick them up the day before.
So can I have a motion on the total that you guys are gonna be spending on decorations for December?
Well, that's what we were trying to figure out. Because we needed to know
Just put a cap, you know?
75, what, 75, right?
$100.
$100 for decoration.
Make a motion to spend $100 on decoration.
Second.
All in favor?
Discussion.
Aye.
Well, we
Thanks.
skipped
Discussion.
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 How many items are we picking up?
10 at the moment.
10,
Yeah.
okay. We're gonna pick them up. I offer my vehicle to pick up 10, whatever the heck it is you're buying.
If we figure out how to purchase them, you can pick them up.
Yay me. Yay me. Okay, we got that accomplished. Thank you.
All right, so wait, we need to vote. $100?
No. No, we need to.
Whoever did get-
You already
You kind of
Oh,
mixed
now.
up the discussion.
Yeah, we already
Sorry.
voted.
Now we need to vote for the food, or no?
I'm not picking that up.
Yes, do a cap on the amount. I haven't received an invoice yet, so you guys should
You will
at least be on the same page on the
From
amount.
Shoeless, right?
I don't know, I have
No.
not received.
Where-
it.
The food is from my Vitrola,
Okay.
Rufino, my
$12?
Vitrola, $12 per
And how
person.
much? 12?
12,
Is it
930,
No tax, right?
no tax.
So
No,
not
not
130, oh, did we say 130?
This is already.
Yes, you already ordered,
It's already sold out.
and he's probably gonna give us 4 certificates. I don't wanna fight with him because he will give it to us. I asked him for 50, but the 50 or 25, he give it to us.
Just so you guys know, we got a sponsor today right before the meeting that is gonna be donating the gift cards.
I mean, yeah.
For the Christmas.
Yeah,
Who was that?
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna donate before.
I make a motion for the food for $1,560.
How much?
Well, he just told us it's $130 meals,
Okay,
$12, and we don't pay tax.
1,600, just in case. You gotta tip them.
Pero how much you saying, sir, for me?
$12 per person.
Yeah, they don't.
You're not allowed.
He's giving us 125 and 5 just in case, so
Okay.
people doesn't eat pork.
I make a motion $1,500
I
for the
second,
food for the Christmas.
I second.
Okay.
What was the number?
1,600.
It's $12 a plate, right?
$12 times at 1,000.
And you have a little wiggle room. Yeah, we got that.
And I'll remind you that for, I don't think we need to get first unless you guys want to save them, because the idea is that we bought those bulk and the last bulk of being used for
Oh,
Christmas,
yeah,
right?
we do have Christmas, but we don't need any more. Okay,
And he probably give us the full certificate free.
okay, if he does,
Yeah, he would. I don't know if it's 25 or 50, because
Anybody-
sometimes he gave us 50 last time. Oh, no, it was so much, yeah.
yeah, that's, yes, we
Usually get
already
25.
did the thing. Then we already did the.
Second, discussion, vote.
Discussion, vote.
Oh,
Aye.
No. Do we need to do anything for
Yes.
January?
Yes.
Wait, no, there's more.
Me, my reimbursement. Yeah, there was something that was purchased, like we haven't discussed it, so I just wanna make sure that you guys are aware and we vote on it so I can move forward with processing a reimbursement for Maria.
It was for Halloween.
I
Decoration.
moved to reimburse Maria.
Yes.
It was
yes.
$120 and 11 cents.
No money for her.
No.
I love you too.
I love you.
Second by Jackie.
Aye.
Okay, and one more. $20.01 for Scotty for reimbursement of Thanksgiving Day.
No.
Yes.
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 I make a motion to reimburse Donnie the
Yes.
$20
I-
and.
One
I'll
second.
take that. I think that- There should be that wiggle room of 5.
Second to give the money, to Donnie.
All in favor? Aye.
Good job.
Okay,
Oh,
that's it, I don't need.
wait, just one more thing. Just so you know, we are dressing in pajamas for a Christmas.
No.
Okay.
Christmas, you
Pajamas, we're gonna wear.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of
Yeah,
people.
for the 20th,
Yeah.
her and I bought a pajama.
I won't be here,
Old-
no.
Old Navy.
Oh, she won't be here, so we all have to really show
I
up.
have to,
Today,
I have to. do the
Everybody.
In case
went to the
anybody
clinic in a
Wants to
pajama.
join us, you're more than.
And they said,
Good
"Where's
idea.
the pajama?" I said, I don't.
Wait a minute, everybody, please. Pedro's got something to say.
I'm gonna ask Tico if he can be a Santa Claus. He said he might, so I'm gonna ask him, but
If
I.
I can
I'm
give you
gonna see.
guys two announcements, please. One of them is
Santa Claus.
that, just so you guys know, Thursday, January 25th, Special Needs Advisory Board is hosting a registry workshop to inform the public about the special needs registry we have in the town. We're only inviting Miami Lakes residents because they're the only ones that could really benefit from that program. They're inviting everyone to come out. They think
The
that the
25th?
seniors, Thursday, January 25th.
Oh, yeah.
They think that the seniors might benefit from it. If you guys know anyone you want to invite, when we have an official flyer, I will share it with you all, but just giving you a heads up. And then just a reminder that we do have elections in January, so make sure to add to your agenda. That's it.
But you have to, I remember last year Tico was Santa, and he looked like Santa on a diet. Santa has to be a fat guy with a big
I
belly.
did not know you're meeting yet. I know, I know.
What she was doing, he was so- I'm so scared. Stretching her leg.
No, Lexington's next month. All right, is there anything else anybody wants to? No, okay.
Motion to adjourn?
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Santa-
It
need
is
votes.
7:00.
Motion.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Everything.
Aye.
They want to continue the meeting.
How are you?